Every one of the 4 quarters has its own rhythm and its own development. And it's important to understand that. And as you hit the 4th quarter, it's important to realize it's not going to have the same rhythm and the same development even as the 3rd or the 2nd quarters. It's not more of the same. But what's beautiful is if you allow the Spirit to work and you're intentional about your 4th quarter, you can be transformed in your 4th quarter into something more beautiful than you already are. It's not just heading toward death. It's really about the journey in these last 20 years. In this 4th quarter, how are you going to use that journey? The question is not, are you going to age? Of course you're going to age. The question is, how will you age and who will you become? What will you look like? But more importantly, who will you become? Because again, if you're cooperating with the Spirit and you're being intentional about your 4th quarter and using your time and your wisdom and the wisdom that you're accumulating wisely, you can be transformed into something more beautiful than you already are. In other words, the 4th quarter in some ways can be more of a birthing than a dying. A birthing to become who God wants you to be, a better version of yourself, and even the best version of yourself. So as you're thinking about that rhythm for your 4th quarter, and you're thinking about transformation and becoming more beautiful, where do you want to focus? Do you want to really focus on becoming more patient, the most patient version of yourself? Or perhaps the kindest version of yourself, or perhaps the most loving version of yourself, or maybe the most generous version of yourself? Because again, it's about who are you becoming in this 4th quarter in a birthing to become truly who God made you to be. Beautiful.